You know what you're doing tonight? Or?
Shalom.
Shalom.
This is Waco Israel Ministries. We do thank and praise the Most High, Ahayah, bahashem, Yashayah, Kudash.
All praises.
We do give the Most High God of heaven all praises for another opportunity to be on in front of you. So, we're gonna talk about tonight the return of the Messiah.
Awesome.
What is the purpose of Christ returning to earth? What is the purpose of Christ's return to earth? And why is he coming back? And for whom is he coming back?
Yes.
Because
good topic, Josh. Good lesson.
There's a lot of vagueness when you deal with deal with this topic.
Absolutely.
The Christianity, the church pastor will tell you, well, Christ is coming back for righteous people, or how would they say it? He's coming back for people who are saved. Well, you can't be saved already if he's coming to save you.
Mm-hmm. Wow, say that again.
You can't be saved already if he's coming to save you.
In other words, what Josh is saying is you have to meet him. That's the final determination if you're going to make it or not, right?
Yeah.
You have to face him first. And if you didn't live right, if you didn't keep his commandments and you broke all his laws and you're in religion, the Bible says you have hardly any chance to make it. That's the word says.
So, as before we go into, of course, we have some precepts. I have some precepts concerning this. I want to mention without going too deeply into it. We did a lesson about 4 months ago called the Ephesians 2:8 deception, where we went through Ephesians 2:8, 9, and 10 and broke it down.
Remind me of what you broke down. What was it, Josh? I think I remember.
We explained what it meant when Paul said, "For by grace you are saved."
Oh, right. Oh, correct. Right. That was real good, man. That was good.
So, without, you can read those 3 scriptures on your own time. Let me just run through it really quick. So when Paul wrote, first we must understand that Paul, according to Philippians 2, Philippians 3, and 2 Corinthians 11 and 22 was a Pharisee and a Hebrew. So whatever Paul wrote, he would not have wrote it with a European or a European mindset when he wrote. He would have wrote everything under a Hebraic understanding of what he was trying to convey.
Absolutely.
Now the church won't tell you the intent of the writer, because their intent is to teach you from a Eurocentric concept or Eurocentric thought pattern, which is not the way the Bible is not written by Europeans. The Bible was written by Negro Hebrews. All right, the Bible was written by Negroes. Paul would have been considered today as a Negro. Peter, James, John, Jude, the apostles.
Come on.
We're all Hebrews. We're all Negroes. Christ was a Negro. So everything that the apostles wrote, they would have wrote with a Hebraic mindset.
Absolutely.
They would have not recognized anything a pastor says today from a pulpit as being what they meant.
Wow.
What they meant with their letters.
That is so true, man. That is so true.
Let me say that again. If Peter, James, John, Jude, Paul, or Christ would have walked into any church today, they would have not recognized anything your pastor says is biblical.
Wow.
Because, first of all, they're not giving you the Hebraic understanding of anything they read. They're giving you a Eurocentric understanding, which the Bible was not written by Europeans. The Bible was written by Hebrews.
That's right.
Israelites.
Correct.
Okay? It's not a European book, and it's not a European philosophy. Okay? Yet Christianity is a European religion. Christianity is Eurocentric white religion, which teaches you to see the Bible with a white thought pattern behind it, which never makes any sense.
Wow.
So with that said, let me run through Ephesians 2:8 and 9 and 10, 2:8, 9, and 10 really quick. Go there right fast.
Ephesians.
So what is for by Ephesians 2:8?
I got it. Ephesians 2:8. Josh, move that light over here down this way so I can see.
Read.
Yeah, good. Ready? All right, hold on. 4. For by grace are ye saved through faith.
So what is grace? Grace is a time allotted to get your works in order.
Right.
Just like when you go to if you don't get your money in order on the first of the month, the billing agency will give you a 5-day grace period.
Right.
Not to annul you from paying the bill, but they will give you time to get your money in order.
That's right.
They will allot you extra time to get in order.
Right.
And you still have to pay them, but they're not going to force you to pay them on a certain day. But if you don't pay them, they'll cut your lights off. So that is what grace is in the Hebraic mindset.
Wow.
A time allotted to get your works in order.
So, Josh, what other Christians really believe in them?
So let's just
read it. Okay, all right. Because I want you to explain to them what they believe in this means. By grace you are saved through faith, and not of yourselves.
So what does saved? When are we saved? If you read Matthew 24:13 and 1 Peter 5, 1 Peter 1:4 and 5, you'll see that salvation is revealed to us at the latter end. So we don't know who is saved, or no one is saved.
That's right.
Until Christ returns.
That's right.
Which is we're gonna. So faith, and what is the Hebraic understanding of faith? Faith without works, according to James, is dead. So no Hebrew author would have had the idea of you're saved without works, which is what pretty much what Christianity teaches.
Okay, there it is.
Faith without works is dead being alone. Just as the body without the spirit is dead, so is grace without faith without works. So we must get our works in order, or our lifestyle in order, to be saved. And we will only know who is saved when Christ reveals it.
Now here's what the whole thing hinges on.
Verse 9, read.
Watch. Not of works.
Now, what was Paul meaning when he said not of works?
Come on.
What was the system that God gave to Moses to deal with sin?
There you go.
What was it? The what?
The law.
No.
Oh, the
No.
The sacrificial.
Oh,
the sacrificial
right,
system,
okay.
because that's the works you had to do to be righteous under the
Okay.
law. That's not talking about
Good, Tony.
the Sabbath or see, Christians will throw a pastor or a theologian will throw everything into one and say, oh, that's the law. No, that's when Paul used the term works, he was only referring to the sacrificial system.
All right, I see. Oh, good, Josh. At least any man should boast.
Because you can confirm that, read for yourself Leviticus 4, 5, and 6, which goes into the various sacrifices that made you righteous under the law.
And what Josh is saying right now,
We find those sacrifices have their completion in the Messiah.
the precepts, Josh. That's what they're missing,
Read.
right? You have to go to the precepts to understand, Paul. For we are his workmanship, created in Christ, Yashayah, unto good works.
Stop. So what are those good works? Go to Deuteronomy. I think it's Deuteronomy 18, 4 and 5.
That was good, Josh. Really good.
So that's how you break down
4 and 5. Chapter 4?
18, 4.
18, 4 and 5. Thank you.
So this is how you break down properly.
Okay. 18, 4 and 5. Okay. Whenever you're ready, Josh.
Is it? Wait.
Okay. Was it 18?
Hold on, brothers and sisters.
So see, I almost got caught up in that again too, Tony, with that.
I meant, sorry,
by
brothers
works.
and sisters.
Go
I
ahead,
meant
Josh.
Leviticus
Oh.
18,
Oh, Leviticus?
4 and 5.
Okay, 18.
Leviticus 18, 4 and 5.
That's all.
And then we'll go, I'll open up the second part, the actual part of the lesson. So
Okay.
Leviticus 18, 4 and 5 will explain what are the works we should be keeping or doing.
Ye shall do my judgments.
You shall do what?
My judgments.
You shall do my judgments.
And keep mine ordinances.
My what?
Ordinances.
So we have to keep the ordinances of the Most High or His law.
That's right. To walk therein.
To what?
To walk therein.
So we must walk in the laws of God.
Amen.
Read.
I am the Most High, thy power. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them.
So keeping the law gives us life. Okay? So let's get into the return of Christ. Let's start from Revelation 19. Revelation.
Mary sleeping? Tony, Mary sleeping?
Yeah.
All right, Revelation what?
19.
Okay, 19. I should have got that. I'm just tired tonight, Josh. I should have picked that up right away with the works. That's the sacrificial law. See, this is where Christians are missing Paul's writings. They really are. And I missed them for years, you know. So I'm going into truth, a lot of truth, you know. Okay, 19 what?
Okay, 19:11.
Okay, Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven opened, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True.
Mm-hmm.
And in righteousness he doth judge and make war.
So in righteousness or in his laws does Christ judge and make war. Now, why is this war coming? And who is this war coming to deliver? We're going to answer that in a minute. Now, we know the kingdom coming is an Israelite kingdom or a Hebrew kingdom.
That's right.
Which will have all people in it, but it's not made for everybody.
That's right. Come on.
It's made mainly for the Hebrews to rest, since all nations have been built off of them. Read.
His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns. And he had a name written that no man knew, but he himself.
Yep, read.
And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
So his vesture is dipped in blood because he's coming back to destroy the nations that have enslaved his people.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And the armies which were in heaven followed him upon white horses, clothed in fine linen, white and clean. And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he should smite the nations. No, he should love everybody and hug them.
That he should do what with that?
Smite the nations.
And out of his mouth goeth a sharp sword, that with it he might smite the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron. Read.
Wow. And he treadeth the winepress of the fierceness and wrath of almighty power. And he hath on his vesture and on his thigh a name written, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And
stop. Revelation 7:3.
Okay.
7 and 3.
Revelation 7, verse 3. Oh, that's 2. Here's 3. Saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of the Most High in their foreheads.
So,
who's the servants?
The servants of God are let's get a precept to that. Let's come back to Revelation. Hold your place there.
Okay, hold on.
Psalms 50. Psalms chapter 50. Who are
Psalms 50. I got 53. I got 50. Okay, Psalms 50.
16.
Hold on, brothers and sisters. Psalms 50. Verse 4 and hold on. I have it. Hold on. Let's read 4, 5, 6, and 7.
All right.
Psalms 50, starting
4,
at
5, 6,
verse
and 7.
4.
He shall call to the heavens from above
Mm-hmm.
and to the earth that he may judge his people.
Who?
His people.
Read.
Gather my saints together
Read.
unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
So his people, or the people that are sealed in the forehead, the 144,000 are his saints. Read. Who had made a covenant with him by sacrifice. So they are Israelites.
Right.
Read.
And the heavens
They are
shall,
not Christians.
right, come on. And the heavens shall declare his righteousness.
Read.
For the Most High is judge himself.
Read.
Selah. Hear, O my people.
Everybody.
Hear, O my people.
Who?
My people.
Read.
And I will speak, O Israel.
Who?
O Israel.
Who?
Israel. And I will testify against thee. I am the Most High, even thy power.
Even everyone's God.
I am the Most High, even thy power.
Thy what?
Thy power.
Emphasize thy.
God. Oh, thy.
See that?
Thy God. Okay. I will not reprove thee for thy sacrifices or thy burnt offerings to have been continually before me.
Stop. So
I've been sleeping good the last couple of days.
back to Revelation.
Okay. Revelation. Verse 4, right? Verse 4, Josh.
Uh-huh. Verse 4, Dad.
And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
Of who?
The tribes of Israel.
Of Christianity.
Tribes of Israel.
Now let's go and name who these people are today. Read.
Of the tribe of Judah.
The tribe of Judah are the African Americans, so-called. Read.
The tribe of Reuben.
The Seminole Indians and the Aboriginals of Australia. Read.
Of the tribe of Gad.
The Native Indians. Read.
Of the tribe of Asher.
Asher are the Venezuelans. The Brazilians and Argentinians. Read.
Of the tribe of Naphtali.
The Hawaiians, the Samoans, and the South Sea people, indigenous to those areas.
That's right. Of the tribe of Manasseh.
Manasseh are the Aboriginal Cubans.
Okay. Of the tribe of Simeon.
The Aboriginal Dominican people.
All right. Of the tribe of Levi.
The Haitians. Read.
Of the tribe of Issachar.
Issachar are the Mexicans.
Of the tribe of Zebulun.
Zebulun are the Panamanians and the Colombians. Read.
Of the tribe of Joseph.
Joseph are the Puerto Ricans.
Of the tribe of Benjamin.
Benjamin are the so-called Jamaicans today. So all these are the tribes of Israel, the children of Jacob. Right? You're right, Dad?
Yeah.
So we started in Revelation, right? About the revealing of Christ. Let's go to Joel, and let's see what information Joel can give us.
Are we coming back here?
We might, yeah.
All right.
We might. No, we'll come back to Revelation in a minute. We're gonna break down a lot in Revelation tonight.
Okay.
So we can give the brothers and sisters the proper understanding of a lot of what John was saying in Revelation.
Who he's coming for.
Joel. Now, of course, Gentiles will be in the kingdom, but the kingdom is not for Gentiles. Okay? Because this is the Gentile kingdom now. I said Joel, right?
Joel.
3:1.
3:1. I got it. Ready?
Hold on.
Yep.
Gotta let the preacher get there.
Take your time.
Hosea. Joel is after.
I'm not going to tell you to keep your voice down from now on in the restaurant. Maybe you shouldn't even say it louder. People got to hear, Judge.
Oh, it's after Hosea. Okay.
Is that okay? Yeah.
It's before Amos, right, Joel?
Yep. Yes.
People don't like it, let them get the bill and go out and leave. Right?
Okay, Joel 3:1. Read.
I try to respect them in that way, but you can't. When the word comes forth,
Read.
For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and
So
Jerusalem.
what does it mean that Christ will bring again? That means when he returns, he's going to deliver or bring his people out of the captivity they're in. Read.
I will also gather all nations.
Now we just read a little of this in Revelation 19:11. It's opening, Christ coming with the armies that are in heaven, and a sword coming out of his mouth that he might smite the nations.
Mm-hmm.
Now Joel is going to tell us why he's going to smite the nations.
And will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
The valley of Jehoshaphat, read.
And will plead with them there for my people.
For everybody.
For my people.
For Christianity.
For my people.
For who?
My people.
For my people.
And for my heritage.
Read.
Israel.
Who?
Israel.
Everybody.
Israel.
Read.
Whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
So the land, the nations have, we know this, the nations, if you read Psalms 83, have consulted against the children of Israel, took the knowledge of them out of the earth.
Wow.
And Christ is coming back to conquer the earth and to rescue his people out of slavery, out of bondage, like Moses did in Egypt. Okay? And all the other nations are claiming Israel, the land of Israel.
And they have cast lots for my people.
In other words, the whole Western system we see today was built on this transatlantic slave trade. Read.
And have given a boy for a harlot and sold a girl for wine.
So they sold and destroyed the Israelites. They built a system of money on the backs of the children of Israel, the Negroes and Latinos. Read.
And yea, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Sidon?
Read.
And all the coast of Palestine and Zidon and all the coast of Palestine. Oh, sorry.
Read.
Will ye render me a recompense? And if ye recompense me, swiftly and speedily will I return your recompense upon your own heads.
So So who are these other nations? These are African nations that conspired with the modernly Africans conspired with the Europeans to sell the Hebrews off to Europeans or the Grecians. Read.
Mm-hmm. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold and have carried into your temples, wow, my goodly pleasant things.
So you carried
Wow.
you've taken all the records of the real people and you keep them away from the general population and you only study them. That's how they know who the real Israelites are.
Come on.
And they don't publish it publicly.
Wow.
Right? They keep that knowledge for themselves.
That's right.
In their secret societies. Those are the only people who know the truth of the Bible. Read.
The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians.
The Grecians are the modern day white man or the European. Read.
That ye might remove them far from their border.
Stop. So we see that, right? This is the whole plot of how the nations built their wealth through the transatlantic slave trade and the enslavement of the Israelites.
My eyes it is.
Let's go back to Revelation.
Okay.
Revelation 12.
Okay, Revelation 12. I have to do this. Go ahead. Oh, man. That's why I'm tired. I'm not just tired. I haven't been sleeping the last couple of days. Sorry.
I'll start with Revelation chapter 12, verse
Can you see, Joshua? Read my Bible. It's bigger. Joshua. I don't know how you see those words like that. Oh, I'm sorry. Just haven't been sleeping good till the last 2 or 3 days. Kind of this.
which verse 13. I mean verse 9.
All right, what chapter? What,
Revelation 12 and 9.
12:9. Okay, hold on.
And
Sit back.
that great dragon
Oh, you
was
wanna read?
cast out.
Okay.
That old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole earth. He was cast out unto to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
Right.
So Satan understands now that he can't go back into the heavens.
Wow.
And he can't fight God
anymore.
He has pledged to use a certain people against the Israelites to try to annihilate them, or better yet, to spiritually brainwash them.
That's what they've done.
So what has he used to deceive the earth? Who has deceived the whole earth? Christianity.
Wow.
Is the tool,
Matthew 24. Right.
is the tool that Satan has used to deceive the earth.
Wow.
Read.
Now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of the Most High and the power of his Christ, Yashayah. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down.
The accuser of our brethren.
Come on.
What nation uses their media to accuse the Israelites more than anyone else? America.
That's right.
Okay? So the accuser of our brethren is or the Israelites is the American media. Read.
Okay. It's cast down, which accused them before the Most High day and night.
Read.
And they overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony.
Read.
And they loved not their lives unto the death.
Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Wow.
So Satan knows that now is his time to destroy the Israelites. That is why he is coming down with wrath. His wrath isn't really against everybody. Yes, everyone is caught up in the scheme of it.
Right.
But
the Ponzi of it.
But his real wrath is toward the elect, the Israelites.
That's right. Praise the brother.
Of course, he'll take whoever he wants prison.
Sure.
But his real aim is at the 12 tribes of Israel.
Come on, brother. It's good.
Verse 13. And when the dragon saw that he was cast out of heaven, cast unto the earth. And verse 13 is just going to prove what I just said. He persecuteth the woman. Now, wait a minute. Who is this woman? Revelation 12, 1 and 2 lets us know who this woman is. Revelation 12, 1. And there appeared a great wonder, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon and the 7 stars. We know that those are the Israelites, the 12 tribes, the woman. Those are all symbols of the nation of Israel, the true Israelites. And she had a crown, under her feet were 12 stars, 12 tribes. And she being with child and travailing to give birth, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven. Behold, a great red dragon having 7 heads and 10 horns, the European Union, and 7 crowns upon her head. Okay, so we understand that we basically understand from the first 5 verses, this woman is the nation, the Negroes and Hispanics pretty much today. Which brought forth the man-child, which is Christ.
Let me see again. Just tap me when we go back on screen.
Which
I'm in.
and to the woman was given wings, 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place where she is nourished for a time and half a time from the face of the serpent. And the dragon cast out of his mouth water as a flood, after the woman, not after everybody. So Satan doesn't really care about who he deceives. Let's say it like this. Satan doesn't care about everybody being deceived. He wants the woman deceived, or the nation, the Israelites. He wants Israel deceived, because through Israel being deceived, the entire rest of the earth will be deceived. Flood after the woman, not after everybody, not after Christianity. So Christianity isn't even a threat to Satan. Christianity is a tool that Satan uses mainly against the woman, then Islam. So Christianity has never been a threat to Satan because that's his tool. That he might cause her to be, not everybody, cause her to be carried away of the flood. Because what religion teaches you, it doesn't matter what nationality you come from, or it doesn't matter what race you are, the Christian religion. Why do they teach you that? Because Christianity was mainly built off the backs of slaves being enslaved here in America. So that doctrine, and the earth helped the woman. How? The earth is opening up with the truth now, right? The awakening. The books are coming out of the earth. Information has been being poured out of the earth since the 60s, revealing the truth about the Israelites. Spread forth her mouth and swallowed up the flood, which the dragon cast out of his mouth. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments, which keep the commandments. Wait a minute. I thought that the commandments were done away with. I thought the commandments were done away with. But John said Satan is after the people that keep the law. You gotta hear what I'm about to say.
I'm listening, Josh.
Satan isn't after people who believe the law is done away with.
That's right.
He's after those who keep the law. And have the testimony of Yashayah Christ. Yasha. I'll just read a couple more, then we'll close. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. What are these 7 heads and 10 horns? The European Union. And upon his head 10 crowns, and upon his head the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and had the feet of a bear, and had the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and seat and great authority. Wait a minute. This is a clue. Who was the beast during the time of John? Rome, right? Who was ruling during the time of John? The Romans, the ancient Roman Empire. Who is ruling over the world now? The children of the ancient Romans. Who gives the power to America to rule the earth? According to the Bible, the devil. Why is Christianity a worldwide religion? Because Satan enables it to be. Trust me, if Christianity was the threat that they claim it is, it would have been wiped out by now. it would have not been in existence. Christianity is not a threat to Satan, it's his tool. I'll read that again. And his mouth was like a great lion, and the dragon gave him power and great authority and his seat. And power? What is power? Power is rulership, seat is government, and authority is the power to put people in place. Okay, so the Europeans who have a issue or have a problem, or the European power structure has a certain people they want to rule over, the Israelites. So they use their power and their authority against the children of Israel. And I saw his heads as it were wounded to death, and the deadly wound is healed. The deadly wound that was healed and came back is America and the European Union. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. So America is worshipped throughout the earth. Why? Because Satan has given America the ability to rule the earth. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? Now, what nation says no one can make war with us? We have such a great army and military that no one can touch us. That is the boast of the United States of America. Okay, brothers and sisters? Hold on, brothers and sisters. Okay, a couple more precepts, brothers and sisters. Hold on. Okay, I have a little time to read some more scriptures here. And it was given to him that he may make war with the saints and overcome them. And power is given unto him over all nations, kindreds, and all kindreds, tongues, and nations. So America, for a time, had power and still does have resemblance of the power he had over all the earth. And he that dwelleth upon them that dwelleth upon the face of the earth worshipped him, whose names was not written in the book of life of the Lamb from the foundation of the world. If anyone hath an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall be led into captivity, shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword shall he that killeth with the sword here must be killed with the sword. Okay. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So this we just broke down.
You know, I'm sorry. Okay. I haven't slept for a couple of days. Let me think of 1, 2. Finish up. Let me sit there, Josh.
So
Okay.
I just want to read.
Read my Bible, Josh. You can see better. Josh, don't strain your eyes. That's why I'm getting headaches. I think that's what it is, Tony.
Yeah.
I think it's my eyes.
Yeah.
I don't think the same thing wrong with my I need new glasses. And when I go next week, I want you to come with me to the glasses. Oh, wait.
I'll read that again. This is Revelation 13, verse 2. And the feet which I saw was the feet, and the beast that I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was like unto the feet of a bear, and his mouth was the mouth of a lion.
So these were the kingdoms that fell, right, Josh?
And the dragon gave him his power, his seat, and his authority.
So actually,
So
he gave Rome the power.
America gets its power, seat, and authority to rule the earth.
Wow.
From Satan.
Satan himself. Wow. And he uses religion, right, Josh? He uses religion to it.
And I saw one of his heads as if it were wounded to death.
Come on.
And the deadly wound was healed, and the world wondered after the beast.
The deadly wound is when Rome was.
So Rome fell,
Right.
came back as America. America is the healed wound.
Wow. I mean, just look at.
And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, which is America. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And I just said this. What is the boast of America? That we have a military that no one can defeat. What is the boast America makes? That no one can conquer us.
Uh-huh.
That's how you know.
That's right.
who this beast is. John is referring to. It's America.
Wow, come on, bro.
And it was given and overcome them. And power was given unto him over all kindreds, tongues, and nations. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So I just wanted to read those quickly again. So we understand that America will die by the sword. Christ is returning to destroy America before he turns his face on Europe and the rest of the earth. America will fall, and great will be its fall. Okay? So we understand excuse me. So we understand, brothers and sisters, that Christ is returning to make war with the nations who have divided his people and segmented them and made them to believe their nation doesn't matter. So it only seems like when people, and here's the absolute hypocrisy of America, of Christianity. Christians will go to the movie theater, watch movies about the Bible, and never complain about it. But when you point out from the Bible that Christ was not a European or white, oh, it doesn't matter. But it's strange you don't say that to the people who make movies about the Bible and print religious artwork and print children's Bibles. It's only when the Bible contradicts what you say the Bible teaches, it becomes, oh, it doesn't matter. See, Christianity enables you to go by so many double standards, it's ridiculous. Christianity enables you to live your life by a double standard where nothing matters, but at the same breath, you can watch absolute lies portrayed to you in a Bible movie and feel nothing and have no problem with it. Yet the Bible contradicts that. Okay? The Bible contradicts everything that you have been taught in religion. John said that Satan is going to make war with those who keep the commandments of God. He's not making war with Christianity because Christianity teaches his doctrine, lawlessness, that you don't have to keep the law, or it doesn't matter what your life is ultimately. So we hope that we blessed you with that, and shalom.